Kanrei was the position of the deputy shogun in the Muromachi period, and as such it is usually translated as such in English as deputy shogun. Sometimes, though, you might see it called the shogun's regent, but this should not be confused with the Kamakura period shiken. However, there were times that the Kamakura period shiken was called Kanrei, adding to the potential confusion. In English language works on Japanese history, though, you are unlikely to come across that usage, but I felt I should mention it just in case. It was a position within the central administration of the Bakufu in Kyoto between 1350 and 1564. Most of the time, when the term Kanrei is used regarding the Muromachi period, that is what is meant. Sometimes you might see it referred to as Kanryo, or to differentiate it from the Kanto Kanrei, which I will cover in not the next, but in an upcoming video, Kyoto Kanrei. Ostensibly, the Kanrei's duty was essentially to manage the day-to-day running of the Bakufu under the direction and orders of the shogun. They did also have some degree of authority to make governing decisions on their own. There were three families that could hold the title of Kanrei in the Muromachi period. Those were the Hatakeyama, the Shiba, and most famously the Hosokawa. Over time, the Kanrei gained increasing influence in the central administration of the Bakufu. After the Onin War, the post of Kanrei became especially powerful within the Bakufu for a time, so much so that some people consider them to have been the real power in what sphere of influence the Bakufu still had, especially under the Hosokawa, who came to be the dominant family holding the title. The height of the power of the Kanrei came during the period between Hosokawa Masamoto and Hosokawa Harumoto. During that period, there were only two non-Hosokawa Kanrei. The actual power of the Kanrei essentially came to an end during the reign of Hosokawa Harumoto, as Deputy Kanrei began exerting more power, and ultimately Harumoto was ousted by one of his retainers, Miyoshi Nagayoshi. After that point, the Miyoshi and Deputy Kanrei held power, and there were a couple of puppet Kanrei. The last one was Hosokawa Uchitsuna, who died in 1564, after which the post of Kanrei fell into disuse. Thank you so much for joining me and watching this video. I appreciate you giving me your time. Please check out the playlist for other videos on kanji and vocabulary words by myself and Anthony Cummings. Until next time, otsukaresama deshita.